Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. I have another amazing episode. As you guys could see, I have the Pillow Talk Roundtable family. We are here back at the round table, talking our shit, speaking the truth, having those uncomfortable conversations. But if you don't know my name is Kwamia. But for those that do not know how to pronounce it, you could call me Q Kwa or either Queen. I am most importantly the host of Pillow Talk with the T podcast. What's going on, Pillow Talk with the T fam? How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Your intro is serious, honey.
That is so serious.
She got that down to a science.
Nothing else. Listen, I know what I do when I do it, baby.
Yeah. Right?
So, of course, you know, we do have some newcomers as well. So some new people coming to the table, which once you have a seat at the table, you always family at the table. Not only that, but just introduce you guys. We're going to start with, Pillow Talk Confessions. You right there next to me. So don't sit there acting like, don't start with me first. So,
hey, I'm all for it. You know?
So let the people know who you are. Tell them where they could, let them know who you are and basically about your podcast.
Okay. So I'm Belladonna. I am an intimacy coach, and the name of my podcast is Pillow Talk Confessions. On Instagram, it's Pillow Talk Confessions Podcast. On Facebook, it is Pillow Talk Confessions, as well as YouTube. So that's where you can find me. I am excited. I enjoyed the last one, so I'm here again to send you off as far as this season is concerned. And I look forward to the in-depth discussions we get into.
Yes. So drink Pillow Talk Wine. Let the people know who you are, what you do, and what amazing gift you bring to this universe called life.
Lord, thanks for having me for one. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. I am Drink Pillow Talk Wine. I am from California, and I am one of 50 Black female wine Black owners, and I am so proud to say that. I'm also an author, a best-selling author. I wrote 2 books titled Made You Look and Provoked. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm just excited about my new journey. They can find me also on Instagram. It's called Drink Pillow Talk Wine. Simple. Drink Pillow Talk Wine. And I am on Facebook, and it's Pillow Talk Homes, HOLMES, which is my last name. And yeah.
Okay.
Come to party any day.
Yes. So, but come on, Tony. Let the people know who you is and what's that amazing golden blonde doing, honey.
Okay, I'm loving it.
Honey, this was a 10-minute dash after work. I'm not going to turn to the back, or we just going to say, what's this? But I'm so happy to be on this platform again. I'm so glad to see y'all faces again and the new faces. Just still working on some stuff in the background. My YouTube channel would be called Pillow Talk with Tony Marie. You guys found me on Instagram at Tony the Tiger. That's a whole nother show. But she said where she was from. She said where she was from. Sorry. I had to do it. Born and raised in the city, Missouri.
Okay.
I love it.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to get down there with you, Trina, in the
Come on, girl.
Palm Beach and sun. I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Come on.
And Christy, let the people know who you are, where they could basically know who you let people know who you are and basically what's your podcast.
I'm the only one without a pillow on my name. I can't even see. I'm so blind. I feel so left out. I mean, Lair is kind of like a secret, sexy place. Like you put your head on a pillow, right?
Yeah.
So I'm Christy, one half of the Ladies There podcast. We're 2 girls from New York. We're literally best friends. We lost our way for a minute. We found our way back, and Our friendship literally got even deeper through our podcast. We talk shit, love, sex, relationships, life, and we drink a lot of tequila while doing it.
Okay, I'm about to follow.
I love
you
tequila.
right now.
That is, listen, one night we took like 14 shots. That was a very entertaining live.
Oh,
I would
wow.
have been with you on that.
I need to be on that one when you do that one again.
Okay.
The 14 was our cap. Like we capped off at 14. Like, every 100 followers, we do a shot. Once we reached
wow.
1400,
That's awesome.
I
no,
love
it was not. The next day was rough.
Wow.
So
That's
we're about
good.
we're at 1700 now. We're about to go live for that, and I don't know if we could do it.
So what you're gonna have to start doing now is every 1,000. So that way you don't have to drink that much.
Right. But it's
Just
just like,
saying.
that's not any fun.
I'm with it.
And
I'll probably hop off and come back on just so I can be like, boop, time for another start.
Thank you for having us on your platform. Hopefully Simone will pop in shortly.
yes, absolutely. And of course, the Pillow Talk podcast. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your podcast.
Hello, everyone, again. I'm Lee, all the way from South Africa. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning here, so I had to wake up. My name of the podcast is the Pillow Talk Podcast, and you can also catch me on YouTube at the Pillow Talk Podcast with Lee. My podcast is about everything and anything. We dive into anything people want to talk about, and we bring in guests once in a while. And people thought maybe the Pillow Talk is like about bedroom talk, but it's not all about that. So thank you for having me here. It's really appreciated.
You're so welcome. Listen, thank you for coming and thank you for waking up so early. You know that the time zone is completely different. Because we had even the girls last time from Thailand, they was up at 7 a.m. Listen, when I reach out to international people, I do appreciate you guys so much because I know the time difference and I know, listen, the creativity of what it comes into podcasts and being an influencer or creating your own wine, I know that sometimes that you just have to do what you have to do. So of course, Larry with Shameless Pillow Talk Podcast. Tell them about your podcast.
All right, so I'm back again. Thank you so much for having me. Shameless Pillow Talk. I promise you, we just be on there conducting all type of unlicensed therapy. But you know what? It helps. It helps. Every Sunday at 9 a.m. you can find it on, pretty much every major platform. Instagram page, Shameless Pillow Talk Podcast. Give me a follow, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I'm just happy to jump into this and, celebrate these milestones. I'm super excited for tonight. I'm always excited to be on here. So thank you so much for having me.
No problem. And you know that everyone's, girl favorite, Trina Tree.
It's something. Because y'all, the ghetto. My dog is so pressed because she hear y'all in the background.
Yeah, she wants to be seen.
Her up.
Yeah, she want to be seen. She want camera time.
Hey, hi, Suki. I'm over here listening to y'all. She her, and I'm looking like. I'm sorry, y'all. So I'm Trina Sky. Of course, I have my podcast. I'm now in the midst of working on being certified as a life coach on relationships, mental wellness, mental health, and also empowerment, and also with I believe it was something else that I chose, especially on the spiritual level as well. So I'm in the midst of being certified on that. Also halfway into my book, I have of course my podcast is Pillow Talk with Trina Sky. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I haven't started my YouTube channel, but let me tell y'all something. This right here is giving me life to keep pushing. I was 2.9 seconds of telling my job goodbye, y'all, because I really love helping people, and knowing how much I really, really love helping people, it's in my heart. And it's like being that go-to person. It's like, you know what? This is the reason why I keep pulling myself forward to keep doing, wanting to push for my book, the podcast, the YouTube channel, and, you know, working on becoming this life coach, just completely certified. I've always been that way, treating myself as a life coach. So it's like, this is my focus now. I wasn't able to focus before, but I'm here, y'all. So Facebook, no, personal Facebook, but everything else, y'all got me except for Twitter. And I just started a TikTok.
Right.
But I ain't got no
Gotta do
videos
it. Oh,
yet.
y'all gotta do it.
Yes,
TikTok,
I will be following. I will be following.
Yeah.
And so, listen, thank you guys so much again. If you guys don't know, today is the season finale of Pillow Talk with the T podcast, season 3. And you guys know that I have been on this amazing season finale tour, and I had to get all my incredible people in this whole week, the best of the best people in the game. So let's talk some pillow talk, some hot topics, and some bullshit.
I love that. All of my favorite things in one.
Let's
do it.
So basically, you know, out of all the things that have been going on this season, we basically been talking a lot about, you know, accountability, about, you know, people taking accountability for their actions and just basically everything. I also tell people, sex is a grown ass woman and man game, right? Don't do it if you can't be responsible and accountable for it. Don't blame nobody else. What do you guys think about the fact that people having sex out here, right? But then all of a sudden, because it doesn't work out, because they got so much consumption about how it should be and put expectations on it, what you guys think about the fact that now they want to blame the guy or the girl because, oh my God, I slept and fell on my back and he dipped his dick in me. Now all of a sudden, it ain't working out.
That sounds personal.
Oh,
That sounds so personal.
Yeah.
You had to own it for that one.
It's not my personal story, I promise you.
It's the way you said that. I'm sorry.
He said, dipped his dick, slipped. I'm like,
no, it had me like, who is this bitch?
no, because I know
what? Can I
she's
chime
in a
in?
happy situation
What
right
about
now.
people
So
that
I'm
have been
like,
celibate that just is irritated because people is even having sex? So you know, all those people. I'm the messenger.
Wait,
so
you feel some type of way because you choose to be celibate and we choose to be out here.
Yes.
Baby.
Well, I can live vicariously through you guys, but
this story,
Yes.
honey. If you want some stories, just tune into the ladies' lair. Their stories.
Facts.
I mean, what I will say as far as accountability, I don't know if y'all been watching the stories going around with the thing with the baby and that girl. That right there is a perfect example of accountability. Danny Lay, you knew what you was getting. You had the whole facts before you got involved. Okay, I'll put it to you like that. So if you know what you're getting into with somebody ahead of time,
yeah,
and you still choose to deal with that, you have to be accountable for the consequences and the repercussions that come along with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah. That's the short and skinny. That's all I got to say on that subject.
I always say, if you watch his actions, you're gonna fall in love. Because he is, you know, you kissing me, you're taking pictures with me, you got your family. If I watch your actions, oh, I'm in love, I'm your girl. Pay attention to what that nigga's saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in time, I'm sure he ain't be like, oh, hey, like he's not claiming you, but he's treating you a particular way. So guess what we do? Oh my God, he loves me. But we never heard him say this. Oh, he put a baby in me. This is mine.
Right.
You know, listen to what he's saying to you.
Yeah.
And what you say? What you say, Larry?
I said we just never pay attention to what they don't say. We always pay attention to what they do say, but it's like we make our assumptions based off of what they said, and in all actuality, they never said that.
Right. It's what they did.
Right.
It is
what they did.
It's the in between.
I don't like that. I don't like gray area.
That's what I was gonna say. I found it very interesting that you said opposite, because normally we hear pay attention to what they do as opposed to what they say, and you flipped it the other way. But I just really think it's a fine line, because you can put all the actions, you know, then it's just kind of thin. Is he just doing that for a screenplay, or is he really like that in their private life? We don't know. We just looking at what they show us. But for me, I'm one of them action people. I mean, some men don't know how to verbally express how they feel. But if you showing me you working, grinding, you doing those acts in actions, I'm good with that. But
Okay, so
I maybe because I've had enough.
But
of
hold
men
on.
talking, I just be wanting to say, just shut up.
I mean,
You know, I've had enough with just hearing things. I want to see some action. So,
I
but it
got
has to
something to
match.
I mean, I don't.
I got to chime in on this.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because this is what I'm realizing. A lot of people are saying you have to pay attention to what that person is doing. But let me tell you something. What I've actually been a victim of some false stuff, where somebody be in my face playing like, "Oh, you number one, I'm all about you, and I'm living with you, and you know I'm paying the bills, and I'm treating you like this and that," and then to turn and find out you got a whole secret life. And you doing X, Y, and Z, treating this person bad and all this other stuff. And it had to take myself to do some private eye stuff to be like, hold the hell up, wait a minute. Let me see what you're doing. Not even going through the phone. I'm paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so you could be if in the beginning it sound good. But when you're seeing how that person is, and then I start catching around where it's at when we're around friends are kind of giving like little signals and signs too. And then it's like, that's your mess up too, is your friends showing stuff. And then if I'm hearing and noticing that you're starting to be a certain way with the people or your previous one, it's making me question, what am I doing here? Like, wait a minute, are you about to be treating me this way? I had to catch myself to keep myself from going through what she went through. Because I'd be damned if I'm looking like somebody's fool and we have children together. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody, but I actually had 2 boys, toddlers, from someone who actually put me almost through that. And it had me be like, wait a minute. I know you fucking lying, Slim. So it wasn't no, oh, hey, listen. No, it was, hey, get your shit, get your ass, and roll the hell up out of here. You got me bent. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you won't do is put me on FaceTime or live talking about, oh, she this and that. To me, that's disrespectful on so many levels. I don't care what she saw or didn't see. You're a grown ass man. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
Well, I just want to say, just treat everybody how they treat you. So,
oh my God,
and when they be acting crazy,
hello.
That's literally what I be saying. I reciprocate.
That's when you and your girlfriends take a flight. And you somewhere else doing your own.
Because me and mine.
Because me myself, I mean, I'm retired from all that, but. I love her. Don't play with me, sis. At all. Don't play.
I got you though.
He wouldn't have been able to get off the first. He wouldn't have been able to get on that first live. That's all I got to say. First of all, he was on
like that.
Her live, baby. You wouldn't be touching my phone.
And then
I be gonna politely put my baby down. And then don't knock that phone and you clean out.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna catch a real charge, not that fake charge he talking about putting on her. I'm gonna catch you gonna call the cops. It's gonna be a real reason, because you not touching my phone to embarrass me and play with me.
Absolutely.
I understand she didn't want to put her baby out there in the middle of the night, but we was gonna have to call somebody.
I would have holding that nigga head all in that live video, like, what you say?
I believe it
too.
But the thing about the actions and the words, to me, you gotta watch both. because there are people who are very duplicitous in their actions. They will make you believe one thing but be doing a whole nother. And sometimes they tell you what they want to get them draws off. Let's just be real. Like, you gotta be smart. Like, you can't be sitting here thinking that this person is going to keep doing what they're doing, and then as soon as they get what they want, if they fall off, that's usually because they wasn't genuine. And I feel like that's what happened in this situation. Like, soon as old girl got pregnant, she was no longer valuable to him. It was never anything on his part or anything serious, because he always had his ace in the hole, which was a whole nother woman. So, like, you listening to him talk down on this woman, and that's another thing women don't do. They listen to the guy talk down on the previous female. Pay attention to that.
Pay attention.
Because you will be that other woman very soon if you don't take heed to what they saying. Like, what I understand, the relationship ended, but what did you do? That's the first thing I ask. Like, what did you do?
It's always them.
And I always ask that question: what was your fuck up? Because you sound good, you look good, but what was your damn fuck up? What you do?
They always be quick to say, oh, she was crazy, she was this, but I'm like, okay, so I know a lot of women act with their emotions. And ain't no woman about to just act like you saying she act if you didn't do nothing to her. And that's just based off of like experience and stuff that I've seen in my lifetime. I'm like, women act out based off of how you make them feel. And if you had told this woman, oh, hey, you this to me and this, all this, that, and the third or whatever, that don't nobody give a fuck about. And then she found that out to be not true. Oh, yeah, she's on your ass. And that's just how that is. So don't be coming like, oh, she did this, she's crazy, she's this. No, because I want to know what you did.
Some of us is crazy, though.
I mean, some
of us
crazy. I will say that.
Okay, but see, the thing about it is they knew he was crazy when they got with us. It's like, come on now. I show my tendencies very early on. Let's get this out of the way, because I got to see you can hang.
It's in my bio, so it's no secret. Like, no secret here. Right.
And we got someone in the comments that Tasha, she said, I just told someone that all her pictures were deleted. And so was she as soon as she got pregnant.
Ooh, damn.
I'm just saying.
Why her name gotta be Tasha though? I'm not understanding. Like,
you know what? I'm done.
Okay.
I need to talk to her, because sis, listen. If you listening, sis, listen. We don't do that.
Tasha, we on the way.
Oh my God. Hey, boo.
Hi, Simone.
Yeah. So we was just basically talking about the fact of, I asked the question and threw it out on the table about basically everybody being accountable, not take accountability. And normally that a lot of people out here majority of people have having sex, except for Drink with Pillow Talk Wine.
I know, Drink with Pillow Talk Wine is out here living vicariously.
Oh, I mean, I'm living vicariously for y'all too. So.
Oh,
and that's not even my choice. It's just my location that I live in.
Okay.
Where do you live? Lori got me with the he was mad. Where do you live?
You look upset.
It's real ghetto out here. I don't like it.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Did we purposely have this set up with the color schemes though? Is anybody else paying attention to that?
I'm catching everybody colors, and that looks nice, right?
Like the way that just laid out is like really dope. By the way, I'm just saying. Sorry, I pay attention to random stuff.
Right.
The fact that my boobs are in prison in this sweatshirt right now is bothering me.
I
Good.
Not.
Oh my God. But so what I said was that's the sex is a grown man and grown woman's game. But of course, people get into it and they have these assumptions going into it, thinking that it's gonna work one way. That's why I tell people don't go into shit with expectations.
Right.
Because it may not work with the way you have it in your head. So of course I threw it out and I said, well, now old girl is mad because now she got digged down, laid on her back, and that is not working out the way that she wanted to. Or I'm not even gonna say it's just women, because men could be bitches too and end up feeling some type of way too.
The biggest one.
And now she slid on his pole, and now she just only wanted him for his pole. Now he's upset. So what do you think about that, Simone, about the fact that people not taking accountability when they end up stepping into a grown-ass person's game called sex?
It's called sex. Damn.
I mean,
listen, I've been in this situation where I would tell you, listen, I only want this. I don't want a relationship. I'm not looking for one. This is all I want. And then 2 months later, it's like, so what are we? Nigga, what if I didn't tell you? Why are we there? Why are we coming back?
Told you.
Like, I don't.
You gotta say those words, otherwise it's
But here's the thing: whenever you stretch a situation out too long like that, it becomes that. Like, it's an expectation, and there's rules and levels to this. Like, I keep telling people this: like, don't spend a night. Don't spend a night.
No.
Don't go out to eat. That's the activity.
No.
Don't entertain outside conversations. And do not talk about feelings. Like, these should be like guidelines. Like, if this is gonna go past,
Can you repeat number 3?
And you supposed to be my sneaky. What she say?
This should be like the holy grail.
Can you repeat?
Hold on.
You can repeat them again for her.
Okay, so you don't spend a night. Okay, after it's done, ain't no cuddling. Okay, it was nice.
Put your clothes.
I'll call you to link up later.
Thank you for your service.
What you about to do?
Thank you for your services. Whatever.
For real.
Like we only talk about meeting up again, what we gonna do to each other. We don't talk about feelings, okay?
I know that now.
That don't exist.
Treat it like a client.
And we don't go out like a date. Like, anything date-like activity, we don't do,
Fucking only through money to
like, if you
10 years
meet
ago
up,
with
like,
this
you
information,
with
because I needed
your
it.
friends, I'm with my friends, and we happen to meet up at the club, we better be going to take care of business when we leave here. But if we going out to eat and all of that, nah. Because see, now somebody gonna get their feelings caught up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. Hello.
My friends.
Listen, as the person who usually get their feelings caught up, I have to come up with these guidelines. Like, I can't keep talking to you, unless you come in and slide through, what I'm saying?
Don't expect that good morning text message. How's your day going?
For real. Don't text me none of that shit. I see you on Thursday.
Right.
Right.
See, you can tell a person that you don't want a relationship, because I've done this before. I tell them I don't want anything. I'm not looking for anything. I just want sex, a good time, and that's it. Like, you ain't even gotta lay your head on my pillow. Please don't. Like, but still, they say, okay, I agree, I understand, they got it. But when they get into it and you get them that good old wet, and it's like all of a sudden now they going crazy. And now they want to keep you. Like, no, you said you was good with the whole negotiation.
Right.
Exactly.
No, but that's when they try to
negotiate
the situation.
Shut up, Larry.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, okay, so I told this man that I did not want a relationship, like, because, okay, so with him, it was always like, oh, by the way, it's like, it was always like, every day you had something new. Like, one day it would be like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship. The next day it'd be like, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I'm kind of fucking my best friend or whatever, It was just, oh, by the way, all the time. So I told him I didn't want no damn relationship, and I promise you, I can't even make this up. Can you see this? Like,
You wait a minute, I can't see.
I see a paragraph.
Let's
see how the
screenshot that
paragraph.
and drop it in the chat.
He was
Exactly.
drop it in the chat.
That look
Because
like bullshit to me.
I shit you not, it was 94 messages in 30 minutes.
Mhm.
That's a relationship. You
Because
gotta
he was
read
like,
that.
"What are we?" And I'm like, "We've only been doing this like 2 weeks. Like,
And
like
Damn,
it's
Larry.
really only been 2 weeks."
Okay, Larry.
I'm
Can
like,
you can you do a tutorial? Because if you got
Right,
it
I was
like
just
that in
about to
2
say
weeks,
that.
I
Like,
need to
what
learn
did
some
you
new
do?
techniques.
No, I mean it's okay. So when I look at it, I don't even think that's like that irritated my life so bad. I was like, I'm at work. One, I'm at work. Two,
One, I'm at work.
like I'm at work right now. Like, what are
irritated
you talking about? And he asking, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. He's like, when are you gonna get tired of playing these games with me? And I'm just like, bro, we have never even had sex. That's the worst part. We never even had sex because by the way, me, it was like, oh, I'm dealing with I'm having sex with my best friend.
You know what? I think
Best
it's
friend.
Did I have phone sex?
Nah, what is that?
Well, I'm just like your verbal game must be
Right.
accurate.
Okay, so I'm an emotional person, so it's like, I really speak with my emotions. But if you give me like a reason not to, I'm gonna retract that. You gonna get like friend me and relationship me are two different people because I don't like gray area. I don't ever want to give you the indication that something's going on when it's not.
Yeah. Right.
And I also don't want to sell myself too short if I actually really like you. So I split the line. And if you my friend, you on this side. If we in a relationship, we on this side. And if we fucking, we somewhere in the middle. And that's why I said I'm kind of stupid because if food gets involved, then next thing you know, I don't know.
It's all right.
If I do have sex, I do what I gotta do, and I put my clothes back on, and I go home. And why do you have to leave so soon? I gotta go to work. Leave me alone.
I think it's an ego thing, just because you like some guys, some people.
Yes.
They come to the table and they know good dang well they don't want anything serious. They just want to have sex or do whatever. So coming to you and saying that, and you were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I want." I'm just trying to do that too. A lot of men cannot handle that. No. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an ego thing, a pride thing, a male rejection thing. I have no clue. But it's like if you act like, or not even act like, if you're genuinely cool with that, then it's like what he said. Well, what are we? Well, I don't need your permission to tell me I can do what I want to do. No, I'm not even saying it. Okay, go ahead.
Because most men want a relationship, but they want a relationship where they can still do them. They want the they love the friends with benefits thing, and it works well for them. But the second you pull a them on them, that's when it's a problem.
Because then you become all types of names. But we doing the same shit.
I'm about to say, women do it too. Women do it too.
Oh, and we do it better.
Hell yeah. Period.
We do it better.
Period.
So when I start to play the game you playing, your little feelings can't handle the fact that I'm doing you, but better.
I'm gonna call you on your shit.
You got that intuition thing too. Like,
listen, the way my spirit is talking to me.
Yeah. If I tell you I'm celibate and they like, oh yeah, I'm like, okay. I am, you're not. Trust me, I know. Like, cut it out. But that goes along with saying holding accountability. When you first meet somebody, and I've said this to somebody, first of all, hold yourself accountable for being honest with yourself about what you want at this point in your life. Where are you at? Are you ready for something serious or not? Do you just want to have sex or no? And I think a lot of times women are honest with themselves because it's this whole stigma with just one anyway for women. No, if you do, you do. Forget all of that. But you meet somebody and good goddamn well, you just want to bump and grind, and that other person say they want a relationship. The conversation is over. You guys ain't even going down the same path.
I had somebody. I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, well, that ain't what they want. They want a relationship. Why would you continue on with that conversation or interaction when you know
Right.
eventually it's gonna come back up and they're gonna be like, "What are we? We what I said we was 3 years."
I seen it on Lifetime. Let me tell y'all something. I seen this shit on Lifetime Movie Network the other day. Y'all know the last show?
Somebody probably died.
But it was this white guy who said, "Listen, I want you to be submissive," and he was telling her how to be submissive. She was like, "Yeah, daddy, yeah," type shit, right? So then when they get there, she goes, "I think I want a relationship." He goes, "Well, you know, this is the end of us discussing anything and everything, no contact, no nothing. I'm glad I changed your life." And I feel like that's how it needs to be. Don't text me saying, "Hey, what you doing?" No shit. You ready? Oh, okay. And we ain't got shit else to talk about. I see you Thursday at 8 p.m. or maybe 8:30 around 9 o'clock. It depends. We ain't got shit else to talk about. The minute you say, "I miss you," you hungry, that's when you be like this. Our contract has ended, or this is
no.
I don't know. I can't go that. I can't go that.
People always want to take that.
I'm just being real. You just said it.
Like, they want to take it the opposite way. I said this at like midnight. What do you mean? Like, if I said you WYD at midnight,
don't. First of all, like that shit is so male. Like, why can't you write the whole word?
Because I'm horny.
Oh, listen. I mean, we all know when the sun go down, ain't nothing supposed to be open but legs and Waffle House. Okay.
Exactly.
Listen, we got a watcher that says, "So don't bust the windows out my car then."
Oh. Well, don't do things to get your windows busted out. I'll say that much.
Take an Uber. Take an Uber next time. Leave it.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I'm not even gonna play these games with people. Like, if we've got an understanding, that's what it is. Okay. I will sit down with you and whoever. You know, I'm not, because I've played the side. I'll sit down with you and whoever. Be cool, okay? Because we got an understanding. But when you violate that understanding,
we done. We might as well cut it, end it.
Yeah.
If I do something that I was provoked to do, that's on you. We talking about accountability now. Like don't play with my emotions and lead me on.
Right, because now I'm caring. Now
because now I'm gonna play with your pocketbook.
I'm sorry.
Not the pocketbook.
But it's also like, you know, like me and Simone, like we both like aggressively started dating last year. Like literally January, we're both like, we're dating. We both dated for two different purposes. She's like, I'm just here to have a good time. I'm like, if you're not looking for a wife, don't waste my time. And I literally operate on that lane. When I see you give me like, you're a little too playful my time, I'm just like, you gotta go. But you know, men are gonna start to tell you, people will start to tell you, like, you know, they're gonna start to, that's why I'm like big on like, I'm not gonna listen to your words. I'm gonna wait for your words and your actions to literally align. When your words and your actions are not aligning, I gotta pay attention to, you know, I gotta choose which side I'm listening to. Like you talking a real good game, but your actions are saying one thing, or you talking a real, your actions are like on it, but your words are just like, oh, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Excuse me? That's not what you said to me the
Have
other
you
day.
actually really had that happen to you?
Oh, it's happened.
Where you be talking to somebody and you be thinking, oh, okay, cool, like we got this little thing going, and then they introduce you, they be like, oh, this is my friend, and I'm like, yo, friend,
right?
We practically live together in the same bed. Like you drink after my drink too. Like, what do you mean, my friend? Like what? My feelings was so hurt. I couldn't even do nothing but just like, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go mingle with some people,
right?
Some other friends. Go mingle with some other friends.
Texting your folks, be like, I got some shit to tell you.
Right?
Bitch, you will not believe this.
See, that's funny.
But see, I definitely agree with Trina in regards to that. You start basically texting them and once to tell them that you're done and like the contract is over. Cause like, you know, recently I was in a 16-year off and on sex situationship that I just recently ended because now I'm dating one particular person. I was like Simone and Christy. I went like, listen, God, you know. But yeah, so once basically got out there, it was like, I'm gonna trust myself and aggressively start dating, and I landed me a good hot pocket. So so in regards to that, of course you ended, but the thing is with my 16 sex situationship, we came in on a contract.
Right.
We had to, due to the fact that I already know I didn't want to see him as someone that I wanted to be with. I already knew, because I already knew the ins and the outs, the doors, the back doors, and all that secret shit. So there's no way. And that a lot of people was like, so won't y'all just be together? I'm like, no. But of course, anytime I started dating, anytime I got into something, we always ended. But of course, with him, as you guys we just literally said, they end up saying, oh, well, like for instance, he was like, well, okay, you could date, but we still gonna have our thing. And I'm like, no, we not, because that's right. Hey, hold up. Do we need to go back to the contract? Like, what the fuck?
Hello?
Like,
we need to.
What we had is done. This is done.
One of us needs to patent that.
This now.
Relationship contracts. It's a thing.
Facts.
It's a thing. Mm-hmm. It needs to be done. Refer to the contract. Page 6. This week. Why are we doing this?
The problem is though, he had it for so long. He thinks that it's his at this point. That's
true.
Right.
Like, well, I've had it for 16 years. How the fuck? Where do you think you're going? That's mine. That's my pussy.
You're always gonna come back to me.
Not me. It's my pussy.
Damn.
Yeah, them situationships be having you kind of feeling away, because it's like that's your fallback, and then you know when your fallback knows that they your fallback, they just waiting. They wait for that relationship to mess up. Like your fallback will start. Oh, the relationship I'm in now. Let me just sneak on in. How you doing? Hey, you know, everything good with your
what happened, girl? Lay your head on my head.
I am
hey, big head.
Like, lay your head on my pillow.
Okay. What's that shit with the 2 eye emojis? To be like,
it's the eye emoji. Yeah. I'm like, what? What do you look for? What?
Right. Just
So, but I just couldn't. But when one thing I say, when I say I'm like ended, like I'm like done, like it's no going back. So, but yeah. So who got the next topic for the crew, for the table? Who got that hot juicy topic?
What's that shit about that football player?
Okay.
About that girl.
What?
So we're gonna talk about DV.
The one that
the girl up.
I didn't hear you.
I ain't hear the story.
He tossed that girl like a rag doll.
Hello, in front of the kid. What's his name?
I did see that.
Oh, you talking about when that man beat up that girl on the home camera?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that I watched that video today and I watched him slam her into that little kitty thing, and then I was like, the baby was in there.
Yes.
Hello, yo.
I didn't even see the baby at all the whole video, and then my homeboy was like, "No, rewind it. The baby is in the little thing or whatever."
Oh, shit.
I was
okay,
like,
what was it over? I never got.
I'm like, you going to prison?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Whatever it was over, the fact that the baby was right there, there's no justification.
There's no justification. I'm just wondering what provoked him, because he went dumb. Like,
like she was somebody in the streets.
But in the video, you can hear him saying something about a relationship. He said, you fucking up relationships or something. And I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what we talked about. Nigga, what is you hitting her like this for?
Like your man.
Like she a whole man.
Come on.
The TV fell on her.
In front of the baby.
That whole video.
I'm like, but see, they know who to do that to. Because I think if you would have hit me and I'm able to get back up, it's gonna be a whole problem.
Listen, we women say that, but the strength of a man
is different.
Nothing. Yeah. You know, and I was raised in a home where there was domestic violence, and the mental part of what she was probably experiencing allowed her to, like, who knows how many times this was happening.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So she mentally is just like, sometimes women give up and just like do what you want with me because I don't care.
Yeah,
but don't let her get.
Yeah, I was like that. I was married,
and I've been through that.
And my husband he was very abusive,
Mhm.
physically and mentally. But I fought back all the time. But then after a while, I just said enough is enough. When it started affecting your kids, and your kids start seeing it, you know, at some point you just get tired. But I was in it, but we will be squaring up. Like, look, you hit me, I'm hitting your ass back. Like, let's go.
Yeah, no, I've been through that shit. Like, I had to do where he put a knife on my back, and like the person I was with put a knife on my back, and my mom had to. When my mother was here, she called my best friend, and they were trying to get in contact because I had no phone. I had no phone because that person kept my phone. So it was more so if you leave me, I will kill you and your child. So my child was like on the opposite line. Fire. And he has the knife and he's like, yeah, try me. So mind you, I have family within the police department. They came to the person's house, knocked on the door and was like, you know, asking if I'm there. And they weren't going to keep, you know, they weren't going to stop. My cousin was not going to stop knocking until he heard my voice. So when he opened up the door, I peeked my head. My mom is on the phone yelling, saying, walk out the door. I can't walk out the door. I can't walk out the door because my daughter is back this way. Yeah, and if I leave, my daughter gonna get harmed.
Your daughter is here.
So I had to reach out to my father, and in my mind, I'm like, "Yo, you know what? This nigga got me fucked up. His family got me fucked up, and I know real shit is going down if I just sit here and allow this shit to happen." I was like, "You got me fucked up," and so ever since then, oh yeah, fuck no. I had to reach out to my stepfather, my baby sister, my best friend, like people that I fucked with. I know got them hands. Pulled up, had me, and we were just looking like, yeah, nigga, I wish you would. I wish you fucking would. And since then, I will not take no abuse ever the fuck again because of the fact that it's I have people who look up to me. I have little ones. So I be fucking damned if somebody ever do that shit. So it's like I get what anybody's saying is we don't know how many times and all that other strength and stuff. Just like my mother taught me, if a motherfucker come on to you in that house and you got a gun there, you better use that shit as much as you can or whatever you can to get the fuck up out of there because that shit is defense mode at that point. You have to defend yourself because if you don't, your child is involved. You don't know what he could do to the child. Like, you got so many people killing these pretty women out here for no fucking reason if they don't want to be with them. Yeah, that's when I say this.
And not only that, you also got them killing the women kids because they don't want to be with them. And my thing is, I understand what I hear you, we hear you say facts. I don't agree with no woman fighting a man, but we also don't agree with a man putting his hands on a woman either.
Thank you.
You know, so it's like my thing is keep your fucking hands to yourself. I am also.
She wouldn't even have to fight you if you didn't put your hands on her.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like my thing is me being in a domestic me have been in a domestic violence situation and survivor of it, and a family member who didn't survive it. I refuse to stay myself in a situation where I do hear a lot of women say like this. Like I say, everybody's situation is different where both people start fighting each other. But this man was a fucking football player, 6'2", 235 pounds. Just think about that. That on top of me, man. So it's like sometimes you can fight back. The strength of a man is fucking ridiculous, strong. And then I looked into this man's eyes, was like, this nigga wasn't even him. He wasn't even himself. Like he's not even. He was like a whole demon and devil was possessed his whole entire body. Exactly. So it's like, and like even what Trina said, I literally couldn't leave out my house because my son was in his room at the time, 6 years old, in the middle of the bed. But then again, I had to think about he's not gonna hurt him. So if I can make my way out this house, I know he's not gonna hurt his son. So I end up making my way out my house, ran out. Once I felt free to leave, and just by this much, he threw the lamp and it missed me this much and hit the side of the wall by the door. I literally ran out my apartment in my panties and bra with nothing else on to my best friend's house downstairs. Thank God she lived downstairs. But it's just crazy because it's like you just be any situations. And the thing is, a lot of people ask, well, did you know he was like that? No, this man used to wine and dine me. I knew him from high school. This dude used to carry my books, my bag. I ain't had to touch nothing. So it's like after we had our son, it was like a whole different person, which my grandfather educated me on. He said, he was like, I'm gonna tell you something. I think what it is, what snapped and triggered him was the fact is that your attention was no longer towards him. It was towards your son. And he said, let me tell you something. People may think that parents can't be jealous of their children, especially a newborn. They can. They can, because he used to y'all just being together, your attention being to him, and it's only being you and him. So now your whole undivided attention is towards his son. So now he got competition to split that attention towards. So now he's mad at you, but he's not gonna hurt his son. But what he gonna take it out is on you. So I was like, I couldn't. But 10 years later, after getting away from that situation, me sitting there didn't want to be the bitter baby mama, didn't want to keep my son away from him. My son got into a situation where I'm like, he need his father because I've never been in this situation. Knowing that this man ended up hitting me again, first time ever, and I spazzed out. All I know, I took the butcher knife and everything else went blank after that. Okay. My mother had to tell me the rest because I don't even remember. Last time I remember when I snapped back into reality, I was sitting in the jail cell. And I sit there and say, what the fuck? It's so crazy how many women is sitting in prison, in jail, because they was defending themselves to not die. And I literally asked the police officer, and I also asked the judge. I say, so would y'all have rather had carry me out in the body bag in order for me to defend myself and allow this man to hurt me and to kill me? And I was like, okay, so I see that we know that the justice system is a fucked up system and it will fuck itself.
The justice system wasn't made to protect women, and I believe that 100%.
It wasn't meant to protect Black women. Let's be more specific and clear. Because the justice system works for those that are clear, Wonder Bread looking. I'm trying to, use certain words so you don't get censored or whatever. But
like these blinds in this world.
Exactly. Like we just, it's not meant for Black women. It does not protect Black women.
True indeed. And that's crazy. But listen, and this is the reason why I always tell my story, and I always tell people to tell their story, because what we're doing is speaking for women who can no longer tell their story or who can't never have experience. Right. So, but it's just so fucking crazy. My thing is point blank, keep your fucking hands to yourself. Have some fucking emotional intelligence and control. And if it get heated, walk away. You ain't got to talk about it in that moment. Just go away. And if you feel like that person making you be an evil person, how about don't be with them no more in the shit?
If I gotta worry about me living my life, if I'm gonna wake up to be alive, we don't need to be together, bitch. I'm out. Like, fuck no, I can't because you're on this earth for a reason. For a fucking reason. Nobody has the right to take your life away from you. Nobody, y'all.
So we got Tasha put a comment in here saying, what about Tammy Roman giving her husband permission to have a baby?
Well, wait, who?
See,
Tasha.
And see,
if it's in vitro, why not?
No. This is why I said about accountability. When you know this is what you want and that person says something different, that's it. End it there, because eventually it's going to come back full circle. I remember that episode because Tammy wasn't even going to marry him because he wanted kids. Tammy is so much older than her. She has kids. She didn't want none. They got married anyway. Now here we are.
Exactly.
Coming back to what we really wanted instead of just sticking to that. He compromised because he didn't want to lose her. But why compromise when you know something is what you really want inside? Now she's giving him permission to have a baby. And you sure you're gonna be okay with that?
Hell no, she not.
No.
We know Tammy ain't gonna be okay. We know how fucking Tammy is crazy than bad in hell.
Bitch.
Hello.
Right.
The only way
Soon
I
as that
could be
girl
okay
do
with it,
something wrong and step out of her bounds, Tammy gonna fuck that bitch up like she tried to fuck
Fuck
Evelyn.
her belly in my face. You know, I can't.
well, but
And
I mean,
it's
if
been
it's a surrogate, but I mean,
years.
she got enough money where they could do a surrogate.
Why don't she
Kinda
do a surrogate? I don't understand that.
Kind of like because didn't Candy Burns had a surrogate?
Yeah.
They can have a
Yeah.
surrogate. It
Why
ain't
did
got
they
to be no
decide to
interaction
I don't
between
think-
that woman.
But I don't think that's what. I don't think she's saying a surrogate. That's my BFF too that asked the question. I think she's saying she's okay with him being with somebody else having a baby.
I feel like she just, her kids are in their mid-20s. I don't think she wants to mommy a baby.
Right.
But if that's
Right.
the case, why would they continue to go on to get married, knowing
I
the fact that she
agree.
wasn't gonna get this man a baby?
Right.
This man was young as hell, so he don't got no kids.
And
But
that was years.
She also had a
ago.
miscarriage for him. Like I feel like 2 years.
I think she had a couple of
For real?
miscarriages.
Yeah, she tried to get pregnant a couple of
Yeah,
times.
she had a couple of miscarriages.
Damn.
Well, see,
After they got
that's
married.
why I said surrogacy. That way
Mm.
ain't gonna be because see what's gonna happen is he gonna dip his stuff into something he like,
Don't
and
they
then
use
it's gonna be a
circulates and
problem.
Let's hope he don't. Let's hope he don't do it that way.
Right? Why would he?
Yeah, they just need to get a dog. They don't need no.
That's what I'm saying.
We got a puppy available right now.
I'm sure they do.
Heck.
He wanted to
done.
be a father, and he should have stuck with what he really wanted.
Well,
it hurts. You
you
gotta
don't have
be
to
like,
be a stepfather.
Yeah.
Or they could bring in a third.
That probably. Girl, give me some.
Again, Tammy is
But-
very petty. I don't think she could be a head wife to nobody. It's either her or nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
see that
She
at all.
gives that
And-
energy.
And
Because
if
the
you
way,
think about
you
that
see how the
relationship-
way that how she was so angry when she found out that Evelyn probably dated her
I
ex-husband
remember
at
that.
the time. Like she literally almost dragged this girl in the front row of the restaurant, and Shawnee had
But
to get
hold up.
Girl,
I gotta
the
put
cigarette
context to
bottom, her
that.
lips shaking and everything. Like
I gotta put context to that. Like you gotta think about it. She knows
Mm.
Shawnee, okay, and she was getting to know Evelyn. My thing is, as women, we all know we run in the same circles. You
Mhm.
know, if you know you don't slept with somebody that I slept with while I was potentially with them, say that stuff right off the bat. Don't have me getting to
Right,
know
I
you,
agree.
kikiing with
Okay.
you,
Yeah, of course.
parlaying with you, and you sitting up
Right.
here knowing this information, and I'm feeling like y'all having
Right.
an inside joke about like that should have told Tammy day one Shawnee was never her friend, but that's a whole other story.
Exactly.
But
and
you
I
know, like y'all all know this, but I don't. So in
Yeah,
that
right.
moment, I'm a play devil's advocate and say she deserved a beat down on that note.
of
But
course,
that's a little
yeah,
different
like-
because it's like you playing in my face and you could have told me this, girl. We don't set up here for months on end, got to know each other. I'm pretty sure you could have said that over some drinks.
Yeah, that showed at the beginning how fucked up Shawnee O'Neal was, because even after that, you start seeing how more fucked up she was after that. But we already knew that she really was licking more Evelyn ass because she was the persona of the image that she really wanted. And they so clicky, because even at the end with old girl that OG, it was like, oh, so she OG was catching it all. And she wasn't even in it that long. She was like, yeah, I see what's going on with this bullshit. But yeah. So Larry, what's your topic that you was about to bring up?
Oh, so I got a question. Okay, so do you think that you can be, the way I put it was, you think you can be pro your race, but since we're all black, do you think that you can be pro black and date outside of your race?
Yes.
For me, absolutely yes. At this time, what love got to do with it? I don't even care no more. I would
I
jump
got
right on
somebody-
over the fence. Right over the fence.
I mean, I was dating this guy or whatever, and I had posted a picture of him to my Twitter, and somebody commented and was like, "You're an ignorant coon," and all this other shit. You say that you're pro-black, and if you're so pro-black, then you need to. His exact words were, "You need to know what's good for you and stick to your race." And I was like,
huh?
Was this a non-black person that said this to you?
I don't know. I think it was like a burner account, which is why I don't really like Twitter. But at
like
the same time, it was kind of like, wow.
Well, what nationality is the person that you
one of your
posted?
exes?
What nationality was the person that you posted?
Okay, it was a white man.
Oh, okay.
That's funny. And I said I got me a snow.
Is it true what they say about them?
What about what?
What did I say?
I'm curious to know now too.
What they got a big one
You
like
know what the saying, the old saying is.
Once you go,
black men, you already know.
Oh,
that ain't always the case either.
Oh my God!
Okay,
Just stop that lie.
listen, she's living vicariously through.
I don't read across the wrong
Right. I'm trying to.
Okay, so from my experience, it's hit or miss.
Okay.
It's hit or miss.
Okay.
Like, I moved to San Diego and I was like, well, shit, I might as well expand my dating pool while I'm out here. Because honestly, there was a point in time when I was just like, I will only date black people. Like, I will not date outside of my race or whatever. And I was like in my 20s and I was like, honestly, I just want somebody to treat me good. And at the time, the person that I posted was treating me good. So it was kind of weird that it was like, okay, so I get
what size was it? Was it small, medium,
Yo, everybody like this.
I mean, he was all right. He wasn't like, he went
8.5,
like
9 inches
or anything, but he was all right.
He wasn't.
So wait, was there length or girth? Because let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay, so there was girth, but it was like the length was kind of
okay.
A little stubby. A little.
I guess they call them chodes, I guess.
They call them what?
They call them chodes, I guess.
I've heard of that.
Like little stumpy dicks are called chodes, I guess. I don't know.
Chodes?
The curved one?
Oh.
No, it's the shorties. Like
it's a short one, but it's like.
Yeah.
Wait, the ones that you hump the belly button?
Girl, get off!
Okay, so
log out. Log out.
It's not long enough. It's not long enough for you to do this, but it's short enough to do this. But you can still have like that gap.
That is a waste. That is absolutely disgusting.
Not necessarily a waste. Hey, there are certain positions you can put yourself in to make that work.
She's right. She's right.
But that's all the positions you can really do.
How often do you want to really like hold on? Okay, so come on. The thing that we really had to work on was it wasn't like he just had to know what he was doing because he would try to fuck like his dick was big.
Oh God!
But it was like you gotta know which thrust motion works for you.
That's because somebody told him that shit was big. That's why. I don't like when men that got the small penises that be told that they ding is big when it's not, because that go to their
like
and then you try to do this like jackrabbit thing.
Kristen, she like
but I was able to look past the sex because he was a nice person.
But how long did you look past the sex? Because you're not being satisfied.
Eventually, so after a few months or whatever, we finally got it together, and he wasn't taking as big of thrust because it's like if your dick ain't long, you can't really take a long thrust and then come back because then it's like now your dick fell out, now you got to readjust and put it back.
Exactly.
So
you gotta see.
I'm exhausted. He eventually got it together.
That shit didn't last long.
It didn't last long.
Exactly. Because I've been in a similar situation just like that. And he was all nice. He was cool. Everybody was like, "Why stay with him?" But my sexual cup wasn't being filled, and I told him if nothing doesn't happen, either we need to have an open relationship so I can get some other dick, or I'm going to cheat on you. Like it's happening. Like, I'm not like that. Like, and I understand, sex ain't the whole cake or the pie, but let me tell you something, there's a big chunk in my motherfucking book.
I like the honesty, because let's not play these games. Because I feel like people go in half cocked. But to go back to the race thing,
No pun
real quick,
intended, right?
Yeah, no, I mean the pun is always intended in that situation. I'm not, but I've dated. I'm technically in an interracial relationship. My significant other is primarily white. Like both of his parents are half, and then his father's half black, half white, and his mother is half Hispanic, half white. So this is like the second longest relationship that I've been in. And when he got offended when I told him, I'm like, you were raised white. Yes, there is a difference.
It is. Mm-hmm.
There's a major difference. Now, as far like that's why I say it's kind of hard to say, because he's not the only white person that I have been with. And I lucked up on the white side. Now, where I got shortchanged was when I was dealing with some black men, and they was coming up short. That's why I was asking about the girth and the length. Baby, let me tell you. And in high school, I will never forget, there was this athletic man. His body was built like an Adonis from everywhere else but there. That's where he was lacking. And that's when I learned. You cannot be deceived by other areas. Cause then I got with this bigger dude and he was hung like a horse. So you don't go by what you think. Go by what you see and can feel. I'm just saying.
They be like, oh, he got big feet. You know what they say about men with big feet? And I'm like, girl, he just wear big socks. Right. That's it. That is it.
Just say.
I don't know.
Because I remember it was this one dude, and I'm not, and like she said, he was a black man. I was wild in my 20s or whatever, and I went to go stay at his place or whatever, and he wasn't. It wasn't like this, but it wasn't like this either. Like, I mean,
yeah, I was. Yeah, you was ready to go home, basically.
Right, like he had a whole lot of big dick energy the whole time we was talking. So I was kind of like, damn, like.
Of course they do. 9 times out of 10, the small ones always got big dick energy because and then it's like either the big dick energy ones that want to pretend like they got a dick until you see it, big dick until you see it, or the ones that talk about it. Now you talk about it, I already know, small dick, get away.
Right.
No.
Like, where did you learn that energy from?
No, I'm sorry. Belladonna, you are not going to sit here and tell me that the fucking man, because 9 times out of 10, the experience I had in my girlfriends and my gay friends, they always was told me, and they got the same experience that, oh yeah, girl, he's talking about. I say, yeah, his shit little.
And even if it is, he don't know what to do with it.
Exactly. So I was like, I stay one because I want to see. I want to see if we all right. If we all right. So we all stay with the person because I want to see if I'm wrong or right. Come to find out, you talking a big game, but your shit is little because now you talking too much.
Okay, but what about the what about the flip side, real quick? Because I hate to get off on this topic. But what if it's big, but they don't know what they doing?
And then that's a problem. That's a problem too.
Because like I'm not about to have my stuff jackhammered every time we get together. When your stuff is like this and my vagina is like this, like those two things don't meet. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's a thin line between a whole that it's like, okay, if they're too small but they think they big, the ones that talk about it because they want to be big but they not. And then you got the ones that got a big thing, but they don't know how to handle that shit and they don't know how to work it. They just sloppy all over the place. And I go back to the fact, whoever they fucked and have sex with, they had to put that in their head for them to go around with that confidence. Because I had a guy had a big horse thing. And I was like, oh, you got some good equipment, baby, that you don't even know what to do with it. And I was so disappointed.
What a waste of a man.
Yeah.
But okay,
so
you
let's
think
put
that
some definitions out there because what's big to some may not be big to others, and what's small to some may not be small because I
Girl,
don't
did you
want
not
nine.
see my big
I don't want 9 inches.
I don't want
No.
anything that's bigger
Right.
than big.
This is small.
It's something's wasting
This
on that.
is small.
I
Listen,
want
you gotta be this size to ride this ride.
So
Nick
this
is
is small.
okay,
Okay.
length for me is not that big of a deal.
Oh, I'm greedy.
It's the
I'm
girth.
greedy.
Length for me, you could be 5.
Oh hell no.
5. No, seriously, you can
3 inches of girth is big, y'all. 3 inches of
meaning
girth.
5 in length. You could
Yeah,
be
I know what you
5,
mean.
you could be I've had 4, 6.
big.
4.
Anything Pat, and
Exactly.
it was good though. It was good.
Okay, some of the short ones they probably know because I
I'm holding my
heard
heart.
women say what Tony said. I heard other women say that. And I guess those are the lucky ones that's small and they just know how to do it, hit that right spot. But I'm telling you, me, I'm greedy. I need lift and I need girth. Do you not see all this ass and this
Really,
is
you
size?
don't even have to.
You need
You
to
don't
lift
have to be
spread
past.
over
This
here.
ass is fat when I bend
Well,
over though.
well, here's the thing. But then that's where oral kind of helps. You know,
Girl, that's not even
You
talk
said
about that
kinda.
because a lot of them don't even know how to do that shit.
I said kinda. Look, I ain't say it was gonna solve the problem, but I said it could get you in the in between while you look out there looking for your next partner.
But
I'm
see,
just
at the end of the day, I've tried that before. I like to be penetrated.
Me too.
yes,
Me
everybody.
So
has
that's not
their
going to
preference.
take me to the promised land and I'm going to be satisfied.
So what
Yeah.
about those extenders? Have y'all heard about those?
Wait,
The growers and not the showers.
being a friend went to a sex shop, we saw that, and I'm just like, oh my god, who would need this?
What's the next?
And one of my really close friends, she's in like she likes this guy. He's amazing, good looking, good job, very well put together, but he's like a knuckle. I'm like, why don't you try this for him? She's like, no, I don't want to embarrass him. But he
Shit.
sends her like strip emojis about himself. So he knows what his
Get
situation
that.
is.
She better get that
A man
extender and
knows.
So
keep
I'm
it
like-
going.
I'm like, you might not offend him. You might actually be putting something in his life that he don't know about. You know?
Tell her to give it to him for Christmas. Since Christmas is coming up, put it in his stocking stuffer.
Baby, he be at home. Baby, here, look, we got these new toys.
No,
and
like
this
for real,
extender.
like it's a present.
Yeah, and like it has
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
that
little
be
strap
offended.
that goes like
I can't
about
see
this.
it.
Oh, are you
It's
talking
very
about the
interesting.
The light.
It's a sleeve.
Yeah.
Here's the light.
The damn light.
It's so like
you
it's
talking about the penis pumps?
no,
It's a
an
sleeve.
extender. Like,
Oh, I
it's
see
a-
it. I see it on the
It
side.
adds
I see it on the side a little
and
bit.
girth.
yeah,
And
he
it has
kind of
like ticklers and all types of
yes,
Let
he
me
goes
see it.
inside of
Oh,
that.
wow.
Shit, look
And
at that. They got it where it's in there. God damn the camera.
But don't that
Oh,
take away?
oh.
Don't
Y'all
that
see
take
it?
away his
what is that,
feelings?
I mean, for
no.
some guys, I don't think it's about their pleasure. I think so. Oh, fun story. So my cousin, she was like messing with this guy for the longest time. Like she likes a bigger man. I'm like, two fat people fucking is gonna be a little weird, but whatever.
Well, just put us down.
She has a thing for this big guy.
Okay.
She's like, oh my god, his dick is so big for a fat guy. He never let her realize that he was fucking her for 2 months with a dildo.
What?
Screaming.
Oh, I would have known. Bullshit. I would have
she
known.
don't
Wait,
do
wait,
oral,
wait,
man.
wait.
That's
What?
what she's
Well, that
saying.
means because you know when you big,
don't-
it's only certain positions that really work for
You
you.
can
So
do-
I can see how that
exactly.
pulls off.
Right, but
I
he
can
would
see
never,
it.
he would
Oh.
never let her touch it or anything like that. So finally, the one day when she touched it, she was just like,
So the lights will always, all the
always,
time. The lights on?
always making sure that he's behind her in a power
Oh
position.
God!
so
I
she
want to
would never
listen. I need lights on morning time, fuck, afternoons, fuck.
When I tell you that
I need
changed
lights.
everything,
Right.
I was
Put the
like,
lights on.
what?
So I'm
man,
curious.
like a
How
bubble.
did she find out?
So she
did
reached
she
back
find
one day.
out?
She's like, trying to suck it, and he was like, "No, I'm good." And he like covered up real quick, like this. She's like, "Oh, I'm embarrassed about my body." And she's like, "I don't care about that." She
No.
got aggressive, like, "This is what I'm trying to do."
Ignorant.
And
Oh,
she
wow.
saw it, yo. She
Mm-mm.
fucking literally died. Put her clothes on and never
Time to
called
go.
him, text him,
Exactly.
nothing again.
Well, yes.
Because it was
Yeah.
good when it was good when he was doing
But
it.
and then the
Clearly he
thing
wasn't
is,
doing
he
it.
was carrying on like he was.
She
really
could do it
having sex.
herself. She don't need him.
It wasn't bad sex. It was just a dildo.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Trying to get him out.
Wait.
Lies.
But he
Larry,
was dry humping the dildo.
you had said something about growers and showers.
Mhm.
Okay, let me tell you about growers.
Uh-uh.
They are slept on.
You
Okay,
said rodents like
Absolutely.
Oh.
they are
Wow.
very
Yeah.
slept on
Uh-huh.
because I didn't know that was a real thing.
Look
you
at
know.
Larry's face.
Yeah.
I didn't know
They are slept on for real.
that growers were a real thing. I think it's the extra skin or something.
I don't
But
know what it
to
is.
just watch it, like okay, let me stop.
Oh, you talking
I'm
about
like,
the
where
ones
did you
who-
get 6 extra inches of dick from?
Like from where?
Like, where did you
that shit
get
just
that?
went from.
That shit before. I experienced that before.
And it's like they be wanting
Oh
to
my
they be
God.
wanting to go in and not be like super hard. So then you like, oh, I got this. And next thing you'll be like,
Oh, the facial expression.
like stop. Wait.
No.
Listen, it's bad.
Oh, God. I can't.
It's like a dramatic like length. They'd be like this big, and then you'd be like,
Oh wow.
Like a fucking turtle.
this is it.
Did somebody say a turtle?
Yes.
I feel like
Coming out
I
the shell,
mean,
just
so I think we all settled on length and girth, right? So now these grower and showers are in their own category, but how do you know? Like, I mean, so we talking about length on hard, right? Clearly, because we gotta be talking about length on hard.
Uh-huh.
you already know.
Because I mean, because these growers and showers, they be. I don't know, like.
Maybe
I got
catfish.
trust issues. I can't be bothered with that.
Okay, so I heard. Can we also talk about another thing real quick? Curves.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
No.
Listen, hit me with a hook. I don't care.
No.
I mean, depending on where the hook is.
I think it depends on me. It depends on me.
Hell
Oh
no.
my goodness.
I'm
It
scared.
depends
I would
on
never
for
do
me.
it again in my life. Matter of fact, I never tried it. I seen it and was like, hell no. It was just,
No.
That means you. Let me tell you something. You were smart, because what I learned is the devil is attached to the curve. Okay, just take the advice that I am giving you.
It's true.
It's usually a no good ass man behind that curve.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
and they can do
Just
something
saying.
good too. They be like, oh, I'm about to fuck this up.
And they really do be knowing, because they know that they don't miss our G spots or whatever spots.
That
It's
shit just-
Oh God. Well, thank God I had curves.
Lucky you.
Just keep them straight and regular.
Straight is so boring.
Lucky you. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I just like to give me listen, keep it straight and regular, like you said. Nothing new over here.
Nothing new.
If you don't want your life ruined, just keep it straight and regular. That's all.
Straight.
Good.
That's a t-shirt, straight and regular.
The curve will ruin your insides
And then
and
you
your life.
Yo, we have a comment.
Nope.
Oh Lord.
No, we don't.
I'm afraid.
No, we don't.
I'm afraid.
No, we don't. We ain't got a comment.
Hand or head?
Right, is it hand or head?
I'm ready,
Come
Larry.
on, hand or
I
head?
love
I'm
it,
getting ready,
yo.
Larry. Teach us. You about to
Did
I
that
love
comment
it.
come
What's
through?
that?
What's the
Right.
comment? I can't see. I don't have my glasses on.
It says Tasha say someone said, can Larry give the ladies a lesson on a hand job? Well,
like,
a good hand
I
game.
think she
Be
meant
head or
head. I think
hand?
she meant head.
Head, okay,
Tasha.
well I see hand.
I think Tasha
Yeah,
meant
I want to
head.
know which
Right?
one.
Did you,
Hand or
Tasha?
hand?
I need
Okay,
everybody.
so you have a shaft.
I got a
Everybody
can
make
hold
me
on.
happy.
Sometimes
Okay,
you
wait
have
a minute. Let's do it
Everybody get it.
instructional.
to-
Let's do instructional.
I got a can.
Now,
Here we
Oh,
go.
she said head and hand.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta do both. And especially if you don't deep throat, you should be doing both. Let me wait. This ain't my instructional video.
Like this, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
One thing I've learned is, to relax, the throat.
Okay.
I also discovered this little thing up here.
Up top.
That little pocket up there.
You're doing the little
life hack.
What?
Put the hair right there. And go.
Okay, so
Especially
you
if
put
you just
the
in one of if you're in one of those moods where you just like, I don't really want to have sex, but whatever, just stick the head like right here.
Right there and shit.
Don't use no teeth though, because that's weird. But just stick the head right here.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out.
Rena, what the hell?
Create some suction, so it just goes.
Suction.
Yeah, create some suction.
You gotta.
Okay, so you gonna have to get a
The
step.
head fits perfectly up here.
Oh.
And you create the suction and just let it slide back and forth.
The way you just said that.
He said giggle on it.
Yeah, like a thumb.
Oh yeah, look, like a thumb.
Yeah.
I fuck around and laugh.
I feel like it would tickle up there. Does it tickle?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
It just
But I will say, make sure you try to keep the head right there because motherfuckers be getting real aggressive, and next thing you know, it's easy for that head to slide back down your throat, and you're not gonna be ready for it.
You gonna gag.
That throw up thing is not a joke. It happens.
Oh, that's happened to me, like in a car. Like they threw up in a cup, rinsed my mouth out, and kept on going. It's fine.
Okay, like what? We on a road trip.
I know that shit right. I know that's right. We ain't gonna. This show is not about to mess up this situation,
right?
Some men like it,
but yeah, but I did heard about the I before I even heard about the throat relaxation.
Larry,
I was like, oh, so I was doing it right. I was doing it right because my thing is I didn't even Larry. What the hell?
I didn't get to that part yet.
Oh my god!
Okay, so do that again.
Oh my god!
It fits.
It sure do fit. Wait,
Katrina her glasses.
Katrina put her glasses.
She got props today.
Listen. You is my friend. Okay, you is my friend.
This is all I be having because I'm celibate by default, I guess.
By default, not choice.
Not even choice.
They're not ready for you.
So, Larry,
yeah,
you make sure you DM me after this.
I got
gotta stay cut.
We have to stay
like this is the whole vibe.
Yeah, we buddy.
This is happening.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna need you to just start charging for a class. Like this could be your secondary bag. Because that right there, I was like, okay, can we get a part 2? Can we get a next step?
Tasha said it's the tutorial for me, honey.
Baby, I was willing to pay for something like that. I'm like, okay, can we get a cucumber? Can we get Y'all remember that video with the lady with the thing? With the grapefruit?
Yeah.
With the grapefruit?
The grapefruit situation.
Her name
That
is
shit
Angel,
work.
I feel like. I think it's Angel.
Oh my gosh.
The grapefruit.
You can literally put anything in your mouth. Just relax your throat. Just put anything in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying because even before they start talking about the whole relaxation of the throat, I was doing it. I was like, oh, so I was doing something right, honey. So that's all you gotta do. Just relax. Because when you relax it, it opens, it spreads it, it opens it, open it up.
Y'all nasty.
That's just
When
like
you relax
that's
it-
just like your anus, though.
Yeah, when you relax it, you don't give them the satisfaction of hearing that gag noise and making them go crazy. And, destroying your throat.
I didn't just slide that on. I just glided that right on in.
You remixed it?
No, I just said, like you relax your throat. It's two areas where if you just relax, it just glides right on in like a glove.
Remix.
Well, so
go ahead. I was waiting.
if you relax your throat, it slides right on in. But first time,
It does.
You be trying to relax down there, and then don't be really sliding in there, especially with, you know,
Well,
something
I
like
mean,
this. Ain't going in there.
oh no! Now see, I ain't trying.
It ain't
Now
going
see
in
that
there.
right there. Listen,
That's
I
not
have
gonna slide anywhere.
that ain't sliding.
Sliding with
What
that.
are you doing with that?
That is not going
First
there.
of all, that ain't going in none of my holes. I'm sorry, I don't give a shit.
Hold
What?
on. I got
Like,
something
I
to say.
literally rejected somebody because they were like that. Fuck that.
Listen.
No,
I'm gonna follow that.
Let me tell you something. Back in the day, right? I dated this one girl, and she had. Okay, you could tell it was her first time with a strap. So she had the audacity to buy a blue strap. The motherfucker, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm about to tear his ass up because she don't even know what. Yeah, I'm about to fuck her with this damn. Okay, so you know, I get there and this bitch is like, babe, surprise. I said, surprise. The damn dildo, y'all, was about like this fucking wide. Swear to God, this wide. Okay, bitch was blue and it was about this goddamn long. Did you see the wide that I said? The width,
yeah,
right.
About this goddamn big. That shit ain't going in me. What are you doing? Come on, let's try to put the tip in. Hey, listen, I know you don't have a real dick, but this is what we not about to do. Like that shit is not a game. What the hell?
That ain't sliding nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nah,
They need to be the motherfuckers with like dicks that big that be like, just relax.
Yeah,
Why you do the voice? Just relax.
They want to talk to you like that. And that little smooth voice, like, just relax. You know.
They always
went deep.
Princess.
He went deep.
Relax. My ass.
They ain't shit relaxing with that. That don't
You
tense
can
up
go- you
every
sure
muscle
can
in
go
my
that way.
body.
Be scared as a motherfucker.
Listen, when I hear the words relax, I be like, I'm about to go home. I'm for real about to go home and relax. Like, hey, you got one more time, like, because you know it's not going.
That shit doesn't work. Or the guy that be sitting there and say relax, and then they sit there try to press your arch down even deeper. Like, motherfucker, that's all it's going to go.
That's all of that I got.
Like, it's not gonna go no further and no deeper than that. Like, oh my God. Like,
I'm
what you
telling you,
gonna
this is the position I need to be in for it to go in, and now you done missed the whole. Listen, I don't like it here. I don't like it here. It's very ghetto. Just return me to where I came from. Thank you. Ooh, I'll be so over it. And listen, I already don't be having sex like that, so it's like when I jump back into it, then it's kind of like, you know, can you at least, you know, work with, if you work with me at the beginning, I'll work with you at the end. Like, you know, just be gentle. All I'm asking for you to do is just be gentle, like the first maybe 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Just, you know, get me warmed up and, you know, jump right into it. And motherfuckers just want to go full.
Yeah, I don't like that. I hate that. It's like for like one thing, you got to realize that that's an exit part. So we just choosing to use it as an entry. Like, you can't just go full throttle like motherfucking G.I. Joe Jane. Like, you gotta go soft and soothe your way into it and flow into it. Then once you really soothe, like Larry said, that 5-10 minutes, then we could go But at the beginning, no. Hell no.
Here's the
One
thing.
time I almost punched somebody. I was like, what the fuck?
I feel like, you know, I think it's because men who are doing the penetrating, they don't see, they don't understand the person receiving has to be ready to receive. They just ready to give. I ain't asked you all of that though. You gotta check in. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be ready, not just mentally, but physically ready. You know, you know, I'm not. I feel bad for those who haven't, like, you know, who have, you know, sabbaticals from sex, because, you know, I've been in relationships where I have had to be in a sabbatical with sex, where that partner was not, you know. So I understand how that is. And, you know, it's very frustrating when you are not single and in a relationship but you basically celibate.
That's disgusting.
I feel like at that point,
something gotta give.
Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
He said disgusting.
It is.
It's like we get a relationship and we. Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, it's an emotional relationship at that
honey.
point. Like, we best friends.
Oh, we roommates.
Right, we might as well be besties.
We roommates.
Besties.
Emotional roommates. Like, we besties.
Do each other's nails and everything, do like, little facials and shit. We ain't fucking, get out my house.
Right.
Listen, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tasha, for following everybody. We appreciate the love and the
support. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna follow you.
I'm gonna follow everybody. Like,
Tasha, you was our new friend, girl.
Yes. Listen,
she love it here. Trust me, this is her topics. This is
okay. Listen, tell her that every last one of our shows gonna give her all that good pillow talk tea hot shit.
Yeah, because we talk about sex on mine. So
okay. So before I go, can I get a topic in?
Yes, I'm about to say you got one last topic because we could go forever. You know how we do.
So me being big old, team poly, team that. How do y'all feel about that? Like, could y'all entertain a polyamorous relationship?
Hell yeah.
I feel like I could, but it would have to be even numbers. Like, it can't be odd. I'm greedy.
Why are you?
It needs to be even numbers.
She said listen, I understand the assignment because I was thinking about like a throuple would only work if like everybody's bi.
Okay.
Or it's a man and two women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a throuple can only work under those circumstances. Like if everybody fucking everybody in that situation.
Yeah, only in that circle.
But if you got a quad, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case because a man can have two girlfriends and a woman can have two boyfriends. A woman can have a boyfriend and a girlfriend and vice versa.
I mean, people to be accountable for.
Yeah, but yes and no, because like if you think about it like this, the old school relationships, there was always a mistress with a whole family on the side. Your family knew about her. Nobody spoke about this woman and them kids, but it was known that if y'all go to family functions and this woman just pop up, you knew who she was.
Well, I have to chime in on that because the last little relationship thing I had, he has 3 wives and I was the mistress. And they're way older and I'm the youngest. So, and I did that for like 12 years off and on with him. But the thing about it was that for me, it was financial. Like he financially took care of me really good. Like, if I need a car, I buy a car, whatever, but he's legally well, not legally, but he's married to these other 3 women, and he takes care of all the households. So I mean, I guess I am okay with. Well, I was okay with it. I don't know about now, but yeah,
I'm not.
Yo, it's the honesty in the camera the whole time. She be getting that question.
I just want to hear everybody's thoughts on it, but I'm like, last time I tried it, they tried to leave me for the person that we had brought in, and I was like, this is gonna get real messy because I'm like, I'm not a young
sometimes person. I hear that happens though. Yeah, like weird.
It just became weird because it's like we were kind of cheating on each other with this person that we brought into our relationship. And I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm just, I know.
Well, but it would have to be like all parties need to be like, it's weird. It's like a little family vibe. It's very community. Like, it's really weird, but it has to be a complete, like, the good thing about it is total transparency. Like, there's no, I'm doing this behind, it's none of it. It's like literally like, this is what's happening. I'm with John today. Tomorrow I'm with Matt, and you can be with Sally. Like,
Right.
All right,
but ain't that what we do anyway?
not me.
When you in the dating phase.
What I'm saying is whether you know it or not, it sounds
Right.
like the same thing.
But it's
you
not
know, whether
transparent.
it's not transparent.
Someone's
But I'm
lying.
just saying the act is the same. Whether we can
Yes.
say we won't openly do it, knowingly that this is what I'm in, no, I wouldn't do it. But really, if we're just dating, we're out here being grown, that's the same thing.
Larry,
It
what you
really
doing
is
tonight
when you put it like that.
Right.
I'm just
That
listening.
perspective.
Like, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Posing in the camera like.
I'm just
I don't
listening.
want
But
to.
this
I
lighting
don't.
is actually kind of fire.
But I don't want to willingly be in a. But I thought poly was is you all participated together, like all players.
Oh,
At some
no?
point,
That
text each other.
no.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
just
thought it
That's not
was.
really how it
Just like
is.
Right.
swinging has levels and tiers, which we can
Yeah.
get into another day. Poly has levels and tiers. Everybody's polyamorous relationship doesn't look the same, just like everybody's whatever you want to call everybody's monogamous relationship doesn't look the same. You know.
So what's
it-
the levels? I'm really curious.
Right, I've never heard that shit.
So
girl.
What's the rules?
it's like, okay, so it depends on you and your partners. What is comfortable for you defines your relationship. That's anybody's relationship if you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Like what's acceptable and what's considered cheating in a poly situation is, like she said, when somebody doesn't know.
Yeah.
When everybody's not in on the situation, or the rules that were put in place are violated. So let's say, for instance, you can have an outside partner, but you need to have protection at all times. The second that protection is now removed, that's a violation, and that is, considered cheating on your spouse, because now you violated that rule, or your significant other. You violated that rule. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So there's the one where, okay, we are in a relationship together, and then we have secondaries. Okay, they don't cross.
Right.
Not everybody's
Right,
like
can't be no
I
phone.
have a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and then my boyfriend
okay.
has another girlfriend type of situation.
Right.
Okay, so then you have what you're talking about, where everybody's involved with everybody. Those are usually thruples or quads are the popular ones. And then they either live separately or they can live in a communal home. And they could have kids and raise the kids, and everybody.
And that
on
was
the
my
outside.
situation.
Yep, and everybody
All three of his wives live in separate homes,
Mhm.
and then it was me. But he had his first wife he'd been married to for 40 something years. Their kids are grown. He's a grandparent. Then he has another family. They have kids, and then he has another one.
That's
He
what's
has
up.
three families that he supported, and I was considered the mistress.
But my thing is, if he got 3 wives, why did he need a mistress? Why he need another?
So let me explain to you what happened. When I used to commit crimes years and years ago, I used to work for him. And so I said, I'm going to cut the middleman out and just go straight to the man. And I slept with him to move the second person out the way. That's how it ended up. And then it just carried on for years. But I knew going in what I was getting myself into. He told me, and I'm telling you, you got to read my books.
Yo,
I'm about to
My
read
books
this book.
is based
I
on my
love
book.
her.
Yeah.
My book is, tell you my first book is based off of my story. That's Made You Look. You can Google my name, Latasha Holmes, and all they'll come up. But it's on
you
Amazon.
listen, you know I already did, Bill.
Right. But yeah, I knew his situation going in. I knew what it was, and I knew that I could take advantage of that because I was younger, and I did.
Oh,
To
yeah,
me, it was really all about the money, though. I wasn't
books.
in love and none of that. I just
Gotcha.
did it for the money.
Okay.
And it just carried on for a number of years.
Okay, so the last type
They need a training class.
Oh wait, there's more.
There is more. So there's two
Training
types
class.
of like for women, there's women who can have two husbands, and then they don't mess around with
Let them
each
know.
other.
Say it again, because I don't think women know. Say it again.
Yes, I don't know if you guys heard of Passion Jones. Check her out on social media, Passion Jones. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube. I think she actually has two husbands. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, a husband and a side. Yes. And they went and they've had several discussions on their on live about their dealings. So she has two men who know about each other and are okay with it.
I think they call themselves like brothers or something like that.
Yeah. And now on the
They
on the
brothers.
flip side,
No, they're not brothers, but they call themselves brothers because they like have an understanding. They know like, this is,
okay. So on the flip side, which is what you were talking about earlier, which is more common, where a man has multiple wives. Now this goes back to now this is the history lesson about it. Goes back to there were cultures where both of those practices were socially acceptable. Especially when you dealing with countries that don't have a lot of people, but they want to sustain families. So for the women who have it to where they have multiple husbands, which usually happens is the family's too poor and they got to raise these kids. And so instead of relying on one primary breadwinner, now we have two, and we're able to sustain that way. So for me, it has to be emotionally and financially sound in order for me to want to be okay with it. Like if both components aren't there, like they got to be contributing to my household, because if we sharing, honey, you need to be contributing something. You got to be coming up off of some type of pocket, because you cutting into my time.
Them coins, honey. Them coins.
And I like attention, so something gonna have to give. That's just me. That's the way I'm wired. And I'm very possessive. So what's mine is mine. So if I'm going to share, you're gonna be having to come up off of something.
So I'm glad you said that. Actually, one of my real topics that I will be doing is basically polygamy versus insecurity. Do you think that some women or men who are okay with that kind of lifestyle is because that there's some underlying insecurity?
No.
Who would be what really makes you okay with sharing your mate?
What makes me okay with it is that
because you just said it. That's why I said it. You just
what makes me okay with it is if we start no, I don't like to share my attention in the bedroom. That's different. I don't mind sharing affection, but I'm not a threesome type of person, because I know me, and I know because of what I give, it's not always matched when I've been in a threesome. So it's a different situation. But am I okay insecure with you sleeping with somebody? Well, let's put it like this. When you're in a monogamous relationship, you do not know what your spouse or partner is doing when you are not around them. I would rather know and decide for myself versus you play around on me and I catch something because I did not know.
Exactly, which is true. What I'm asking is, what makes a person decide, okay, I'm just gonna be okay with this, instead of just finding somebody else?
It's not okay, but see, like for me, my sex drive is very hard to match because I have a hormone disorder. So I have more of what would be equivalent to the male testosterone in my body. So where a normal woman would be okay with a certain amount of sex, I'm not. So, and I know that I can exhaust some of the partners that I'm with. So having that extra person there, and they understand what their purpose and their role is in the situation, Now neither one of my partner, they're getting their just desserts and I'm getting mine. So I can't speak for everybody else on why they do it. But I won't necessarily say that it's an insecurity. You got to understand, culturally speaking, some people are raised in that.
That's
so
true.
like for you know, we live in a society where monogamy is the norm. So we are raised that if we are in this concept, in this fairy tale, that you only get one soulmate, you only get one partner in this life, one.
I don't believe that.
Everything is revolved and centered around this person. Well, I feel like that sets us up for failure because no one person should ever be your everything. Because the second that person is no longer there, then who is going to be that substitute? Who is going to get you through when that person can't? So that, I think, is where monogamy kills it for me. Not saying that I don't operate in monogamy now because I'm not looking or entertaining a partner. But if the situation ever presented itself, I would talk to my partner who we have an understanding, you know, if we open to it and we both decide. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, we're not bringing outside parties into our situation without being secure first. That's number one. Like, we both have to agree. We a union. We a package deal. You get what I'm saying? Even though you might not sleep with them or might not engage with them, you know about both of us. So
that's right.
Like, it's grown people shit. And that's why I say you can't. Everybody ain't ready for that. And I say like, that's why I say I'm secure in mine because I know what I do for my significant other can't nobody else do because I understand that I'm my own person.
You may be secure in it, and I just threw it out there as a controversial piece. No, angle piece.
No, but
because I do believe that some people possibly agree with that kind of lifestyle because they just don't want to lose that person. That ain't really what they want to do.
I give you
you know what? Example. I'm gonna chime in real quick because, and I'm so sorry, but Tony, I had this discussion with mine when we were talking. I remember the Will Smith Jada Pinkett thing, right? With August. And so, you know, of course I asked mine, I was like, if I say, let's have an open relationship, let's have a poly, would you do it? The response, I don't ever want to hear is because if that's what you want to do, I'll do it. You know, I don't want no one to tell me you would do anything with me just because you don't want to lose me. You know what I'm saying? No, because I care about your mental and your space. So if you're unhappy for real on the low, if I'm saying I want this, then that's not right at all. So I agree about that. Yeah, there's people who actually do that, and it's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing where we have to understand and recognize that person shouldn't be in a relationship, period. Because they don't love themselves enough to know
which person.
The person that's okay with that, because that's a different dynamic. We talking about psychological layers that we ain't got time to talk about. That response there was definitely touching on they shouldn't be in a relationship. They need to be by themselves type of thing.
But I'm asking for
the person that said when she said, "Are you okay with it?" I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. Like, if that's what you want. Like, because at that point you don't lost your sense of self.
You have, but actually both people shouldn't be in a relationship. But it's so crazy. The conversation all ties back to the first initial question about accountability. You have to be certain what you want, what you're looking for before you get into any kind of, I feel like any kind of, the first date, if we sit down, you need to be sitting down as your whole 100% authentic self, grown ass self. I don't know how old everybody is. Grown right here.
Grown.
I'm gonna go on a date.
I think everybody grown.
So I do myself a disservice if I sit down with you on a first date and I'm not giving you my truth, what I'm looking for, and you not giving me your truth. You're doing yourself. You're not tricking me. You tricking yourself because you're not going to get what you really looking for. And then we have these situations years down the line after kids down the line.
Want to change their mind.
And now, yeah, absolutely. And then now we want to be true to ourselves 10, 15, 20 years later. The kids is grown. This is why you have so many marriages that end after their kids have grown and
They get
moved on,
divorced.
because absolutely now the thing that they were using to keep them together is gone.
And this is what I talked about and said in one of my episodes about women settling out of shame. It's the settling and staying in a marriage or relationship because, again, they don't want to add additional notch, or they sitting there staying because they trying to making sure they save face for their community, their family, their friends, because they don't either want to disappoint them or, like you said, Tony, the kids. And then come out at the end of the day, hey, you go 50 something years old, the kids already in college, graduate, going with their own life, and you find you don't even like this fucking man.
That's why I said I think in some cases there are probably some people who agree with the poly life because they just don't want to be by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not really what they want. It's just something that, although there are some people who love it, it fits their lifestyle. You know, I don't really want to be tied to one person. This is my life right now.
Spice of life.
But I think I think that also goes to attachment styles too. Like there's some people who are more, like you said earlier, about secure versus insecure. And then there's like other attachment styles to where they secure, but they also are anxious. Like they have to be around their partner a certain amount of hours in a day, or they have to hear from their partner. They're secure, but they just a little needy type of thing. Like they need that much attention in order to validate some part of themselves, and that usually stems and is being rooted in childhood. Okay, so
abandonment.
Yeah, so it's like I'm going back to school and realizing so much of our childhood and how we're raised affects us as adults and in the relationships that we start to form. And so for me, I'm used to my partner not being around, you know, and me being my own individual self. So I feel like whenever I get into a relationship that's too crowded, or it's too like us always being together, I feel stifled and I lose my sense of identity.
I can understand that. I can definitely
relate to
understand
that.
Because because exactly, and this is the reason why how I had to go into learning that there's a set difference between you being with your mate, but you also having your sense of individuality.
Yeah,
and I learned that by being with a partner who gave me that definition of sense to open my eyes and say, that's how it's supposed to be. That's the equivalent of you could keep yourself, but also have that time for you and him or you and her. But a lot of people don't have that sense. They don't see that. It's like, and I can't. And then, like you said, if I end up getting too close, I will end up losing myself. So that's why I make sure and I pray. That's why I say people got to realize you got to be very specific in your prayers and your manifestation, because you can say you want something, but he's going to give you whatever you want. But hold up, he's like, you ain't tell me exactly what you wanted. So it's like, I have to make sure I have somebody that's equal to me, that's about their business, going to do their thing, because I don't want you under me. I don't want you under me out all the time. I don't need you under my neck. You could check and text me once or twice a day. That's all we good. You want to send me a paragraph? I love it. But throughout the day, all the time, I'm going to get suffocated, and I'm going to feel like start getting consumed with you, and I'm going to lose Kwame. I definitely understand what you were saying. I definitely understand that. So that's why I say that. I'm just glad that my person I'm with has his own and he truly believed in the sensibility of individuality. But that QT time he knows the QT time is my love language, but he also knows the individuality that I need.
Ooh, girl, you speaking all of my languages, love language, baby. When I learned that, I feel like that changed like my whole relationship dynamics.
Yeah.
Learning your love language cuts down half the conversation.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
It's like, okay, I know what I like and what I don't like. I feel like doing like the assessments and stuff that you learn.
Yes.
And all of that stuff, like it really has helped me.
But see, that goes.
Focus.
But see, that goes in doing self-development and healing and getting to know yourself and doing the work. Like, if you do not do that,
this about to turn into a whole different.
A lot of women who don't do that, and a lot of men don't do that.
No, but
how can they know? They won't know because they don't do the work. They don't do the process. They don't do the healing. So it's like they don't really know. They still confused. So that's the thing. That's why I say when I see a destructible person, when I was dating, I ran away because I'm telling you, when self-development, when you get self-development, you start tapping into your self-development and you start sitting there going in the journey of your healing.
I'm telling you,
open up doors and walls.
Going on my journey.
That you'll start seeing bullshit from the door before you even get to your door.
Baby. Yes.
No, can you say that again? Because they don't want it. Y'all don't understand. Because
you will learn boundaries real quick.
I'm telling you. I be telling. Look, take your time. Learn yourself. Learn who you are. When I push this shit in so many ways when I talk about self-love. Learn yourself. You go through the pain. Learn why you keep going through the same shit. Learn why the hell you keep allowing this person to. No, baby, take time for your fucking self. Take shit time. Take a long time. It's me
all time.
Years.
But see, we could tell them that. But see, that's the thing. We could tell and we could want that for every woman. See, me knowing the fact that I do the process, I do the work. I do the meditation. I do the journal. I do the affirmation. No, I'm not posting that shit because I don't have to post it. I'm doing it. You will see it when I turn on my live and you see my glow up and the glow in my skin because I'm doing it. But the thing is that too many people are saying they doing and they not doing it. But the thing is, as women like us that's on this panel, we know the sense of security, standing in your powerhood, knowing what true unconscious self-development is. We want that same feeling for the other women out there, but we got to realize that they gonna come in their own time.
Period.
Some may not get there, and it's okay because maybe some people can't handle that shit. A lot of people can't stand and look at themselves in the mirror.
My mom always told me some people, it's so sad to some people, they don't. They scared to be alone, and that's why they won't allow themselves to even know what the hell self-love is. Self-love is backwards than a motherfucker to them.
You want to know why? Because they're scared what they're going to find out, what they're going to discover. They don't want to hear them inner voices. They don't want to hear the noise, the conversation that they need to have. And that's why so many podcasters are coming out due to the grace of the pandemic. Because I'm gonna tell you something, even though majority of podcasters, we came out doing, some of us came during our pandemic quarantine, but that was God's timing and alignment because he knew that there was time for people to start having these motherfucking uncomfortable conversations. Now in this house, and now it's time for you to start listening to yourself, being naked in front of that mirror, standing and peeling back them layers of those onions and finding out who the fuck are you. And it's time to start healing. That's the thing. And that's the thing with us podcasters who now people know, a lot of Black people ain't know what the fuck a podcast was. But due to the fact that we was brought to him, he did this. Which basically say I need y'all to work for me. I need Ladies Lair podcast. I need Pillow Talk with the T podcast. I need Pillow Talk Confessions because we need people to start seeing themselves, but we also need people to start having fun again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, people got to think about it, but a lot of people not there yet. So that's why I used to be so adamant, like, baby girl, I just want you to take your time, see yourself, see your work, see who you are, stand in your power, stop questioning your stuff, stop having people tell you what they think and who you are. And however, I had to realize that I could not have wanted as much for themselves that they didn't want it for them.
Yeah.
Girl.
And that was one of the things for me this year. I feel it hurts, but I had to sacrifice everyone else for myself. And if you fell off or you took time away from me, it's okay. I can't, my feelings can't be hurt because I am more valuable than that.
That's when you start to level up.
Yeah.
When you start to level up, you will notice, you will feel a lot of doors close before they open. And the thing about what I like about, because I'm not Christian, but I do like aspects of the Bible. And there was a story. It's like when God strips away everything from you.
Girl.
Not only does he replace it with he replace it, but he will replace it with what you didn't even think you were worthy of. But we get so caught up in that transition, in that shift, in that time period. So let's put it to you like this. Like she said, I started my podcast during the pandemic. I lost my job in June. And you also have to be very mindful of what you speak into existence. I kept telling myself that in 2020, that would be the last year that I was going to work for someone else. Now, mind you, I got marched up in the office in June of 2020 because I'm thinking, I'm good. I'm gonna be, employed all year. Well, this was during the pandemic. They told me I was laid off. They was gonna pay me through the end of the day, and that I could file unemployment and they wouldn't contest it. I decided to start my own business, and I decided to do this podcast and keep pushing myself. It'll be a year and 6 months coming up that I am not worked for the man.
You go now. Yes. Oh, Belladonna. Hello.
So when I tell you God will take things away from you and replace it with something better, sometimes in your healing and in your transitional process, it felt like God took away my livelihood. What was me? The only thing that I could do I had to rediscover who I was. I lost family. I lost friends. I lost my damn mind at times. But and then I noticed another thing. God will bring you tests or trials. Amongst your changes and your circumstances. People you ain't seen in years and months come back. Earlier we was alluding to those exes when I had said the situationship. When that was all like that. I'm relating to each one of y'all. It was a 10-year situationship, okay? And they would always contact me just to see if, things had changed, and they came back recently. And I literally had to realize this is unfinished business. I'm not about to bless you with anything new till you resolve this. You gotta close that chapter before you can walk into the new.
Come on,
please. Hello,
Jesus.
Hello.
I have church in here, baby.
Because people don't want to hear it. Though. People don't want to hear it, and I just learned that. You know what? I think I beat myself up so bad because it's like y'all heard me say in the beginning. I love helping people. It could be anybody I know or don't know. I love to help somebody, and I'm gonna push you. If I keep constantly hearing you say, this person doing this, or I keep going through this, or my family, this and that. My mindset to you is, baby, okay, I'm in your corner, I got your back. But we got to get you mentally wise. You have to tell yourself, now, look, bitch, I got this. You got me fucked up. I got this. I don't need this person. I don't need them. I don't need X, Y, and Z. I got this. I could do this. I can move forward. I can live my life. Like I said before, you are here on this earth for a reason. You are here for a reason. You're not here to allow nobody to do nothing to you. You're not here to take the shit from nobody. Nobody. And like I told my baby, I was like, baby, you know what? Let this job try me if they want to. I'm telling you, it's deuces. Like that's just what it is. I've never been with anybody to work my nerves or take my energy from me. I can't.
Right.
I refuse to allow that shit to happen.
Right.
So I'm with you, y'all. People,
Yeah.
Girl, y'all got me with the chills tonight. I'm sleeping good.
Listen,
Right.
y'all already know we could
amazing
talk so deep into this conversation that is crazy. But I know that so many people have to go and their phones dying.
My.
So basically, you know, everybody end up telling everybody where they can find you guys at and what you guys have coming up or what they could look forward to see or coming from you guys. Trina, go first.
All right, y'all. So catch me on platforms on Apple, Spotify. I believe it's Google something. Catch me on the platforms. I'm there. Look up Pillow Talk with Trina Sky right now. I put a pause to my book. Me and my baby we just started breeding puppies. So this is a real official thing. We're working on our pet shop. They were also working on, we put our clothing line to the side, which is HOUTP, helping others unscramble their problem. And then, of course, also dealing with me, working on a mission to be certified as a life coach. And catch me on Pillow Talk with Trina Sky on Instagram. Now about to be TikTok. I mean, we here. I mean, you know, what's up? That's all I can tell you is what's up.
Yes. And Christy, tell people where they can find you and what you got coming up.
Well, we've kind of we're working too much, so we kind of put a pause to our second season. We're going to start recording that in January. We keep it very condensed and simple to make you enjoy it. You're not sitting down for the long periods of time. It's just quick stuff. We always have a live going. We're planning on starting a new live series with a couple other podcasters. We can't say yet because we're waiting to confirm. But we want to do an after dark series where we can really just talk shit and just get into it. We also can be found at the Ladies There podcast on Instagram and ladies_layer on Twitter. Simone does all the social media because I am an old lady who hates all that shit. That is not my vibe, but every now and then, if you DM us, if the answer is short and sweet, that's me. If it's long and drawn out, that's her. Yes, I am very ha ha ha, bye. I can't. This right here is my exchange. I love this. I'm not a. That's not me. What else do we have? We'll start recording in January. So hopefully, everyone on this platform, you guys are amazing. And I'm so glad that you invited us because I want to follow everyone and sit down and talk with everyone because I got to change it up for the new season coming in. I loved the whole conversation.
I'm with it.
So thank you guys. And it was great to talk with everyone.
Yes. And of course, Pillow Talk. Juan, let us know where they could find you, what you got coming up, and what they could look for of what's coming from you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me. This was absolutely amazing. My spirit was fed tonight. I tell you, I feel great. This was it. This was the bang that I needed tonight. So thank you. But yeah, my wine I'll be launching in January 2022. Drink Pillow Talk wine. It's a Moscato, and I'm very excited about that. So stay tuned. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Drink Pillow Talk Wine, and at Latasha_Holmes. That's my personal page where you can also locate the books. My two books are called Made You Look and Provoke. They're both on Amazon. And I do have another project coming up that I'm not sure of the dates yet, but it's early 2022 also. So I have a few things in the works. So yeah, just look out for that. Be ready. Thanks again. I love it, ladies. Love it.
Yes. And Tony, let them know where they can find you and what you have coming up.
Okay. Well, YouTube channel is already there. I just haven't launched any videos just yet. I am still, this is a process. Oh my God. I am still, especially if you wanted to be a certain kind of way. I have some things that I'm working on, some legality things that I'm working on, but like she said, I'm a nurse in my former life. No, I'm a nurse. And I've been working a lot of hours. I really want to slow that down, especially with this whole mandate thing with the vaccines. And if you don't get it, you have to. It's just really sad. Anyway, but I know my purpose is not. It's moving me in other directions. So, the YouTube is Pillow Talk with Tony Marie. You guys find me on Instagram at Tony the Tigress. Eventually I'll start linking everything underneath the Instagram, but I'm hoping to have something launched by the new year.
Yes. So. Okay. Listen, I do appreciate you ladies so much. One thing I can say is that I definitely enjoyed this amazing week of this Pillow Talk with the T podcast season finale. This was an amazing conversation with some amazing, beautiful people. And listen, one thing I can say, another thing is that when I get my creative juices flowing and I holler at you guys be ready, coming through. And listen, I ain't got to say no more. You be like, listen, okay, I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm ready.
And I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Eyes wide open. For continue, and thank you everybody for continue to sticking through and coming through and just engaging and having fun, and that we could bring you such beautiful therapy in an uncomfortable way, but knowing that it's also part of healing and within the power of yourself. And you guys already know that you can find me live on Instagram on Thursdays, but your girl is taking her break, which is her season finale. But my calendar will open on December 1st. Even though on my break, so I could be able to be on your lives if you want your girl to be on your lives, on your show. For any bookings in person, in front of the audience podcast, I do that now. Listen, I'm still gonna be dropping content, material. I'm going to still be in the frontal lobe of your brain. So
right.
I told you, motivation, girl. I told you that. I told you.
Listen, even though that I'm going to be on my break, I'm still in my vacation. I'm still going to end up making sure I engage with you guys and pop up. If I got some shit to say, your girl going to go live. So, and like I said, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. I am everywhere on all streaming platforms, Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, Google, Spotify, whatever streaming podcast, streaming music is what they stream podcast. So you can be able to listen to this, and make sure you like, subscribe, and follow everybody on this panel, because as I always say, support is free. It don't cost anything at all. And we don't support each other, who will? And again, I am so forward looking to season 4. Since
I'm ready.
It's going to be a rebrand. I'm rebranding everything, since I definitely know that I have my Pillow Talk with the T roundtable family in lock. So anytime I know when I call it's time was to do a show, you guys will be ready. So definitely this is now part of the segment of in the brand of Pillow Talk with the T. So so absolutely. So you guys, like I said, good night and continue to be amazing. And you guys, like I say, thank you, She. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Red Lipstick. Thank you, Grown Ass Folk. Thank you, everybody.
And my friend Tasha.
Yes.
Tasha's everybody's new best friend.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
My girl was in the comments.
Yes.
And like we said, that everybody on this panel, that ones that had to leave early and the ones that still here, they're going to give you some great, amazing topics, content, and give you amazing shows. So go follow them, because if this is what the conversations, the material, the content that you love to have, and this is something that you need a part of your life, trust and believe these women will not disappoint you at all. Absolutely. So, and I already told you, drink Pillow Talk wine. You got an ambassador right here.
Okay.
I got you.
Two.
I got all y'all. Thank you.
Listen, if you listen, normally when I take shots, it's always a bottle of wine. I gotta wake up. I have to be in a salon at 7, so it's just a bottle of wine sitting here.
With it.
So absolutely,
I got all of you guys. Trust me, I got you.
Yes. So, like as I always close out and end, if no one told you that they love you, know that I love you. Not only that, you are not who you was yesterday, of who you are today. Continue to elevate, transition, to grow, and also put your best foot forward and be the best version of yourself. And just know that the unity, not division. So you guys have an amazing night, and thank you again, ladies. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Your girl is going on her break.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. This is amazing.
Bye ladies.